Hey guys, Andy here, and today we have another installment of If I Could Only Keep 10 of Blank. Today is going to be bronzers, so if I could only keep 10 bronzers in my collection, these are what they're going to be, and I will rank them for you as well. Everything that I'm wearing will be listed in this description box. This was last week's video on my review of the Barbie movie. This is my goth Barbie look. So if you haven't seen that and don't care about spoilers, please go and check that out. I'll leave it in the description box as well. But as always, if you like makeup, unboxings with a little bit of horror sprinkled in, please consider subscribing as I would love to have you here. And let's go ahead and get into this day's ranking. Alright, so a couple caveats before we get into the ranking. One, there is 3 creams. The rest are powders because I categorize all my creams and powders together. There are 2 contours in here because all of my contours and bronzers are all in one category too. Otherwise, I love all of these. That's why they're all in my top 10 because I have more than 10 bronzers in my collection. So it was like ranking children, especially the top 5 was like ranking children. The series is so hard. But I will be swatching these all for you, and let's just go ahead and get into it. In spot number 10, we have the Too Faced, wrong one. We have the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer. Ow. Open. So that is what it looks like. There are 2 shades, but I swirl them together when I use this. And for me, it's just the tone. It's very golden, which is why I don't love this. I have the other Too Faced one, which is higher in the ranking, that I just generally pick over this one, or I mix the 2 shades together. But I never wear this shade by itself just because of how bronzy golden it is. Maybe in the summer, like right now, might be a perfect time to wear this. I should pull this out and try it. I'm gonna actually set that over here. I'm gonna try it and see if I like it by itself in the summer. But normally I don't. But I do still love it very, very much, especially because I found it at TJ Maxx for a steal. In spot number 9, we have, this is one of my newest to my collection. This is from Rimmel London. This is the Jelly Bronzer in the shade Paradise. Now, I love the formula of this. I love this so much more than like the e.l.f. Putty bronzers because having it be a jelly is just so much easier to use. But I wish, so that is the shade right there. And it's a beautiful shade. I love it. I love the formula. I love the shade. I just hate the delivery system. Like, I don't like these small, shallow pots. I wish it was either in, like, a squeezy tube or a dropper bottle, or we had, like, a wider pot to get our finger into. Because that's how I feel like it's easiest to use this, is to dip your finger into the product, dot it on the skin, and then blend out with either a brush or a sponge. That is how I found is easiest and best to use this, but I do really love the formula, and I love the shade, and I got that at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, so you definitely can't beat that. Don't sleep on Dollar Tree. You can find name brand products there. In spot number 8, and this one was hard for me, this is the Patrick Ta Duo in She Is Statuesque. So you have the contour and bronzer. And the reason this is ranking so low is because, so we have the contour and the bronzer. I love the formula, but if I'm going to reach for a contour, I'm going to reach for my Fenty Beauty Matchstick, which you'll see later in the ranking. Again, I don't love the delivery system of creams like this. I want it in a stick, a squeezy tube, or a dropper. So much as I love the shade and the formula, I just don't like it, but I love the powder. I got the second hand, and I've been really enjoying it. Like, I had to force myself to put this down, but that's why it's ranking where it is. It might be a petty reason to rank it there, but I had to split hairs somewhere. In spot number 7, we have the Alamar Complexion Trio, and I have mine in the shade Fair to Light. I'm only going to swatch these 2 because this is more of just a brightening shade. So we have the shades Pale Wear and Cafe Con Leche. And as you can see, I have hit pan in the shade Pale Wear. I definitely wear that shade more. Cafe Con Leche is a little too dark for me. I barely wear it on just like the very back of my cheeks. So I hardly use it at all. But this is a beautiful formula. I love it. I want to get one of the blush trios, but absolutely stunning. Again, just had the split hairs. And then in spot number 6, we have my other Too Faced bronzer. This is in Chocolate Soleil, and this one smells like a Hershey's chocolate bar. This one has more of a buttery soft formula. I just love this one. So that is the shade right there. So like I said, I prefer the tone of this one, and if I'm going to wear them, I'll either mix the two together or I'll wear this one by itself. So it's not that I don't like Sun Bunny. I don't usually wear it by itself, but I'm going to try to. I put it in my little to-use pile, so we're going to try. So next, in spot number 5, now we're into the top 5. We have from the Milani Face and Eye Palette. This is Volume 3 Smoky. This is the bronzer shade here. This formula is so buttery soft and smooth. The reason why this is ranking number 5 is because it's just so pigmented. Like, it blends out super easily. It's almost over pigmented. You can accidentally put too much, and it doesn't blend away. If you put too much, you're kind of screwed. So it can take a little bit of a learning curve. I learned the hard way. So, but I love that Face and Eye palette. I did have the light version as well, but I didn't love the face shades in that one as much, so I only kept the smoky. In spot number 4, we have a mini of NARS Laguna. I didn't think I was going to like this, but I think, like, I see now why Laguna is their just, like, go-to shade. It's right there. Stunning. Stunning, gorgeous, beautiful. I'm happy. I just have a teeny little mini, but mwah. In spot number 3, we have from Makeup Revolution and The Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors. This is the bronzer shade. It's Evil Twin. It's got an imprint of Bart, which you can barely see anymore. This is a beautiful bronzer. And it is right there. Loved it. Loved it so much. As you can see, compared to the blush and the highlight in this palette, I definitely love the bronzer the most. So, gorgeous. In spot number 2, which this surprised me, is my Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Amber. This is all I have left of it. And this is a contour, so it is right there. I've panned an entire mini, and then I bought the full size, and I only have that much left of this. So, if that says anything, that's my favorite contour. I do want to try the NYX Wonder Stick in Fair, because this one's Universal Light, and this is definitely a bronzer, not a contour, but my stores near me are always sold out of Fair, and I just haven't placed an online order, so. And in spot number 1, we have from Viseart. This is Bronze Noi. I got this in BoxyCharm before they moved over to Ipsy, and I'm going to build it up for you because it's a very subtle bronzer, but it's just, it is so effortless. It is right here. It's so smooth and it just creates a beautiful shadow of just a little bit of sun-kissed. This is just perfection, and I love it. It's the only thing I have from Viseart. So those are my top 10. As you can see, the bottom 5 are more warm, whereas the top 5 are more neutral. So that definitely makes sense and tracks because I am more neutral, cool leaning. So that definitely tracks. So that is my top 10. If I could only keep 10 in my collection, these are the 10 bronzers I would be keeping. So let me know, are any of these your favorites? What would you be keeping if you could only keep 10 bronzers or contours in your collection? And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.